In this video, we're going to cover copying content from one Canvas course into another Canvas course. This is a quick and easy way to move content from one course in Canvas into another one without having to do any extra steps like exporting or sending it into Commons. So to get started, I have my two courses here. This one on the left is the PLC course that I've been working with my PLC in this summer. And all of the assignments and items that we've created are in this course, and I want to move them into the newly generated Semester 1 course here on the right. So in order to do that, I'm just going to double check I have the right course. So we have 2020 Semester 1 Intro to Video Production. So I know this is the correct course that I want to put the content into. So in order to do that, I'm going to click on and access the course. Come up here to the top right and click Import Existing Content. Once I do that, I'm going to go to the drop-down box here at the top and choose Copy a Canvas Course. There are other import options, but this is the easiest one if you have your content already inside of Canvas in another course. So let's go ahead and click on Copy a Canvas Course. Then I'm going to type in the name of the course I want to copy from. And this is important as well. Make sure that make sure that the name you're typing in is correct and you've verified that the course you're copying from is the correct course. So in this example, I know this is the correct course, and as you can see here, you don't have to type it in all the way. It will try to guess and auto-populate which course you're trying to import from. So I'm going to go ahead and select that. The next thing I'm going to do is I have two options. I can do all content, or I can just do specific content. This is great if you only have like one module or one assignment from another course that you would like to import, and instead of doing the entire course and having to go back and delete everything that you don't want, you can simply select one item after the import is finished. But for this example, I want to grab all the content because this is a blank course and I want to put all the stuff that we created this summer into this new course. Once we've done that, we're going to go down to the options, and you do have some options to adjust the dates. However, me and some other OIDCs like to just simply remove the dates and add the new dates as the year progresses. This is just a preference, so you're welcome to try either of these two options, but we do like the remove dates option. So now I'm just going to click import, and I'm going to go ahead and double check to make sure my import is started. You can see here it is running, and this blue bar will tell you the progress for the import. So at this point, we're going to go ahead and pause the video, and I'll resume when the import is finished. All right, now that our import is finished, we can see it's given me a complete message here, and any issues that occur during the import will also be visible here, so we can take a look at what those issues are. In this example, there was only some small problems here with missing links on some wiki pages, so this is something I can just go back and relink if those are still broken, or it might even be just an assignment that I'm not using anymore, or something I'm currently working on. So if you get issues with your import, don't worry. You can simply click on the links and it'll take you to the page where the import is highlighting that maybe a link is broken or something went wrong. And so that's something else to keep in mind once you import your courses. So now what we're going to do is just cover some really quick setup options so that my Canvas course will be ready for my students. I'm going to click Home. And from the home page, I'm just going to make sure that looking around, I got some things set up properly. The first thing is I'm going to make sure to come back here and we're going to click Publish after I get the course sorted out. I'm going to choose a home page as well when we come back. But before I get too far with those, I'm going to come down here under Settings, and we're going to change this left-hand side navigation bar to better reflect what I'd like it to be. We're going to go to Navigation under the tabs here at the top once we've clicked on Settings. And then based on what's over here, we can actually just click and drag these items around to help sort out this left-hand column for our students. So anything that's above this line here will be visible for students, and anything below will not be visible. So anything that I might not be using with my students this semester, I like to hide so that they're not confused about where to go and what to click on. So I'm just going to do a quick double check here. I'm going to take my announcements, my syllabus page, modules, grades, and the WebEx client, and make sure that they're above this paragraph text here. And then below, I'm just going to double check everything to make sure I've got it set up properly and I don't have anything that I'm missing. And once I think I'm all set, oh, you know what? I want to grab people. I'm going to put some people in there as well. And then we're going to hit Save. Now you'll notice here on the left-hand side, these have actually become rearranged based on how you've set up this section here. So we're doing really well with that. Now what I'm going to do for my course is I'm going to go into modules. I'm going to just make sure my first week is published and the items in the first week are published. So I'm going to go ahead and unpublish my second week. Make sure that these items are published. So now when my students log into Canvas, they'll just see week 1 and the 3 things that they're going to be working on that first week. Now it's important to note too, if you click on the publish for a module, it will publish everything in that module. So if you don't want them to see maybe the last assignment yet or a page, you can still have the module published with like a page or another item in it. You don't have to publish everything. But do know that if you publish a module, it will publish everything inside. All right. So we're just going to double check here on the right hand side. I'm going to make sure that these items here are unpublished because I don't want students to access them. Even if they're in a module, students might still be able to access them by clicking on assignments or finding another way around. So if there's items inside of your course you don't want your students to see yet, just make sure they're unpublished in the modules as well. And this will prevent students from getting ahead of their course. All right, I think we're looking good there. We're going to come back to those other items. And we've got my week 1 and I've got it nice and published here. So I'm feeling pretty good about this. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to go back to home. I'm going to choose a home page. And let's go ahead, for this example, I'm just going to choose the course modules because that's where I'd like it to start. If you have a home page with some buttons and other items, you can choose front page and then change it to the page that you have your items and buttons on. But for me, I'm going to have the course modules set up for my high school students. So I'm going to hit save. And you'll notice here in the center, my modules is set up. I've got the items I want them to see. And so when students log in, this is pretty similar to what they'll see. I can double check this by clicking on Student View. And you can see when students log in, those items are cleaned up here on the left, and that first week of work is given to them. So I'm going to leave Student View in the bottom right. And now the last step here to make sure I've done everything properly is I'm going to go ahead and publish this course so students will have access and be able to see the assignments. There we go. And we know the course is published because this section up here will turn green and it'll get a check mark. If you wish to unpublish it, just click on the Unpublish button here and that will unpublish your course if you need to make changes. So now last but not least, we'll go back to my dashboard and we'll take a look. All right, I've got one published course here at the top and the image is the same as the one from what I imported. So that lets me know that the content from this is in here. This isn't always going to be correct. You might have a different image or maybe this is going to look a little different. But for me, I know that these images were the same, so I'm pretty confident that this is the correct course, especially after going through everything. I hope this video is helpful getting you started with your Canvas course this year, and I look forward to hearing from you. Please reach out to online instructional design coaches or any EdTech trainer if you have any issues with publishing or copying over a course.